Hello, I'm doing my top 20 uncomfy comfort movies, like movies that I don't think most people would consider fully comforting. Like for me, a comfort movie is a movie you turn your brain off, nothing bad happened, it's all good. There's like White Christmas is a comfort watch, but the drama is like very minimal and it's not like a dramatic thing. So like that would be considered a comfort watch because it's really easy to watch. Turn your brain off, no thoughts, no anything. These movies have more of a like a sadder situation going on, or not like the easiest of movies or situations. So that's why I consider them uncomfy comfort watches. Like my first one, I have 20. I don't know if I'm mentioning that. So yeah, but the first one I'm going to mention is 5 Feet Apart with Cole Sprouse and Haley Lee Richardson, because it's about teenagers with cystic fibrosis, which is not a comforting thing. But I have seen this movie so many times that at this point it's just background noise, and I don't have it memorized. Even though I've seen it so many times, I don't have that thing that I can like recite verbatim or anything. But I love the soundtrack a lot. um I don't think the acting is that strong. I don't think like the storyline is that strong, but it just like very, very important to me. I don't really know why that is. I think that was a good era, though. I think for Cole Sprouse and his fan base, I think maybe that's another reason. But I love it so much. It was just a great time in his professional life and everything. But yeah. So there's that. Okay, next is A Walk to Remember. This is not in order now. Just going, whatever's in front of me is what I'm going to talk about. But next is A Walk to Remember. Definitely not a comfort watch. If you know you know this movie, and you know how real it is. But yeah, this is a comfort watch for me because I watched it 5 times in the theater when it came out. I actually haven't watched it in a long time, and I haven't watched it since getting it on Blu-ray, and I really need to. But the thing is, as much as I say this is a comfort watch, it's also really sad, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to get that sad yet. But I did consider it a comfort watch because, again, I've seen it so much. I actually used to watch it with the commentary a lot too, and the commentary is hilarious. So it does kind of, when I watch this movie, I do kind of have their commentary in my head as I'm watching the more serious part of the movie, so it's not as sad to me anymore. But it still has like a lot of emotional moments. But again, obviously, I will rewatch it at some point. But yeah, well, remember. Next is Jurassic Park. I don't think I have to really explain this one, so I'm not going to. Next is Two for the Road with Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney. I know some people do consider this a comfort watch, but I think it's far too real and too, a lot of the times, very dramatic to me to be considered like a complete comfort watch. We had a lot of the ups and downs of a relationship, of a marriage. There's a lot of toxic moments in this movie. But I just think it's beautiful and I love it. And I think it's a funny movie as well. And their chemistry was so good. I love this photo of them, by the way. I think it's cute. There's a better one of them, like, I don't know if it's in here. No. Why would it be? It's like one of my favorite photos ever of this movie. You know, I've never opened this. I have never opened this pamphlet ever. Oh, here it is. It's kind of like this. I love this photo very much. It's my all-time favorite photos of Audrey. And this is where it is. This happens there, and I love that. I just love that whole scene right here. But yeah, this is another one done. My girl, If you've seen this, you know what. It's, I'd say up until the big moment happened, it is a very comforting movie, and it's a really good summer watch as well because it's during the summertime. But that one moment, I just can't consider it fully comforting because of that one moment. Cause it was so, it's just so sad. But yeah, my girl. Next is Your Window with Alfred Hitchcock, Jimmy Stewart, Grace Kelly, Thelma Ritter, Raymond Burr. And then there was somebody else. Wendell Corey. Wendell Corey, I love him in a lot of things. He drives me crazy in this, and I know that's the purpose of him, but God. But Rear Window, I don't think there's anything particularly not comforting about it, except for the fact that it's stressful to watch. I mean, once you watch it, like, once, I think, although I say that, but I've seen it a lot. I've watched the big screen twice, and even though I've seen it so many times, I still get like anxious and worried and everything. So maybe it's not that kind of movie you watch it once and then it's like it's fine. I don't think so. But this is a nerve-wracking movie and it stresses me out. But this is my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie, favorite Jimmy Stewart movie. I haven't seen enough of Grace Kelly's movies to say whether this is my favorite of hers or not. I've seen a lot, but not like everything, so I can't really say. But yeah, this is definitely not like you put it on to have a fun time. It's just a stressful movie. So, next is How to Deal. This is kind of not accurate, I guess, because I've only rewatched it recently. After not, oh my god, after not watching it for like years, I will say. But I rewatched it, so it gave me the same feelings that I had when I would watch it all the time when I was younger. This is, you don't think it's not a comfort watch per se, but there's kind of a lot of drama in this movie. I don't think it's no. I don't. I feel like if the majority of people watch it, they would not like it, and that would make sense. It's not, the relationship is not a relationship you want to have. I don't think this is like you should aspire to this relationship. Um, I don't know what it is. I can't. If you were to be like, why do you like this movie? I don't. I really don't know. I just don't. I just think it's one of those where I put it on, and for some reason it just hits for me every single time. It has Mandy Moore, it has Allison Janney, um, Trent Ford, Alexandria Holden, who is the granddaughter of William Holden. He's one of my all-time favorite old Hollywood stars, and she was also on Friends. But so I don't really know how to describe this movie. I just know that there's too much that happens in it for me to consider it like a full comfort watch, you know. But there's that. And then Grey Gardens, a documentary. I should have worn my little Edie shirt today, but I'm wearing my Laguna Beach t-shirt, which has absolutely nothing to do with the subject of this movie, but you can't really see it anyway. But I could have worn my little Edie shirt. I should have, and I actually was thinking of like changing, but I don't feel like it. But anyway, Grey Garden, little Edie is one of my all-time favorite people of all time, just because of this documentary. She was little Edie, this queen, this wonderful, wonderful person. God, she's amazing. This is again a documentary. It's Edith Beauvoir Beale and her daughter Edie. So big and little Edie. And again, I don't consider it, it's a documentary first. Oh, so it's not really like a conventional movie. And I don't know if it's not really, the reason it's not a comfort watch is because it's real people and their struggles and what they had to go through. Even though in the movie they seem very carefree and everything, but They weren't. There was a lot of mental illness struggles. There was a lot of untreated things going on here. Um, this is a very hard thing to explain because it's a documentary, but basically, let me see. Um, Big Edie was related to forget who. I don't remember if it was Kennedy or John F. Kennedy or one of the Kennedys. She was related to one of the Kennedy people. Big Edie was, and then they were kind of they were related. She was related to Jackie Onassis's family. There you go. So Big Edie was related to Jackie Onassis's family. Yeah. I think she was her aunt. I think Big Edie was her aunt, but I don't remember because I haven't really seen this. I have to be honest, in quite a while. Let's see if it explains in the booklet. Um, I don't know. But anyway, what happens is in this documentary are that they're being followed along in this time period. You don't talk really about what led up to it. They sometimes do, but it's really just following this mother and daughter around. And again, like there is apparent severe mental illness going on here, but I just love little Edie. Like look at the queen, look at her. I love her. Anyway, next is The Outsider, my favorite movie of all time. And it's a comfort watch because it's favorite movie of all time, and I get excited when I watch it. But I don't think there's a single moment, like maybe a few moments of actual like happiness in this movie. But yeah, The Outsiders. The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock movie. I don't really know if this is. I mean the birds attack people, which isn't great, but the setting I love, and yeah, it's just the birds. It's fun. Next is Lord of the Rings, the whole thing, because there's not like the first one is pretty easy. The first one's pretty easy of a going of a movie, and then it starts to get like more and more um, out of control and dangerous and dramatic, and so the rest of it isn't that comforting. But I just love this trilogy. It's my favorite trilogy of all time, and it makes me happy when I watch it. And whenever I will try to watch it once a year, so I haven't watched it this year yet, so it'll happen. I don't know when, but there'll be a day when I'll be like, it's time, and then I'll watch it. But Lord of the Rings. Okay. Next is The Florida Project. This is about a little girl named Mooney, Ella Mooney. I don't like little kid actors a lot of the time. I'm not a kid person. But there's a few child actors that I really like. And Mooney, the actress who plays Mooney, her, is played by Brooklyn Prince. And she played Mooney so well. This is basically about a little girl who has a mom who is very young and hasn't grown up, and she's not really responsible or mature enough to be raising a child. They live in a motel, and her mom lived there, and she just has all this freedom with her friend. I think what makes it comforting for me is a childlike fun that they get into, but the reason it's not like a full comfort watch is because the situations that they get into sometimes are not safe. They're not good situations that they're in, but I just love it so much. I don't like the ending though. The ending, I hate the ending, but yeah, this isn't really I wouldn't say it's like too hard to watch, but the description, I think, kind of says it all. The mom's not responsible. She's not really um, keeping great tabs on her daughter. So, yeah, the Murder Project. Next is What Maisie Knew. I haven't watched this in a long time, but I need to rewatch it because I love this movie. It's an underrated movie, by the way, I think. But it has Julianne Moore, Alexander Skarsgård, Onata April, Steve Coogan. I don't know who Joanna Vanderham is, but whatever. She's her. She's her. You don't know who she is either, but but this is a movie that really it's really not. I don't think I like not like it's really. I don't think it's like really hard to watch, but this little girl is like put through the ringer with very immature parents who fight all the time and don't really pit her and they're like pit her first. Don't really think about her at all. If I'm being honest. Um, but the performance by Onata April is amazing. She was like 6 years old and she was so good in this role. So real. I mean, she was a kid, so it wasn't that hard for her to, be natural. But it's, again, about these rich parents who have this daughter and they kind of ignore her. They don't really seem to have time for her at all. And they end up they get divorced and they end up being with younger no, yeah, with younger people. Her dad was cheating on her mom with a younger woman, and then Juliana Moore's character ends up, I think, marrying him. I don't remember. It might have just been a boyfriend, but she ends up being with him. Um, Alexander Skarsgård, and they're young, younger than them. And then, through circumstances, the woman that her stepmom, will say, and her stepdad ish guy, they start taking care of her away from the parents because they realize that she's not in a good environment at all. So they start to take care of her together. And it's a kind of a complicated thing to explain, but that's what it is. And I love this movie. I've seen it so many times, and I do need to rewatch it though very soon. Phoebe and Wonderland. I used to watch these two movies together all the time because I feel like Maisie and Phoebe would have been friends. But Phoebe in Wonderland with Elle Fanning, Patricia Clarkson, Bill Pullman, and Felicity Huffman. This is about a little girl played by Elle Fanning who has, I don't know what it's called, but she has some sort of condition that makes her do things and say things, and it's like it makes her uncomfortable because she says things and does things she knows she should not be doing, or saying things that she doesn't really believe in, but it just like comes out or comes out of her. And so she has a hard time with reality and dealing with other people. And she also hurts herself quite a bit too, on purpose. And so it's like, it's a lot. But it's such a beautiful movie, and Elle Fanning did such a great job in this. And again, I haven't watched it in a really long time, so I do need to do that. But I think this is such an amazing movie, and it's underrated. So please watch it if you haven't, because it's so good. Let's see. Just showing movies. Oh, and I guess I should also say that I don't know what the condition is that Elle Fanning has in this movie, but apparently the condition that she has is a real thing, and people who have watched this said it's a very one of the most accurate just like portrayals of that they've ever seen. So there's that, I guess, as well. Next is Where the Heart Is. This, I know people do consider it a comfort watch, but there's a lot of bad things that happen in this movie. Like, too many bad things that I'm like, I don't think it really is considered a comfort watch, especially for me. But this is, again, to me, I've said it before. Natalie, this is my favorite Natalie Portman movie. I've seen it so many times, and I need it on Blu-ray. I need it now. I do. Do I think it'll go? Should we go beyond that? Probably not. But at least need a Blu-ray because I don't think it's like. I don't think the acting is really good. It's just the feeling that I get when I watch it. Just like, I'm like, I love you in this movie. But this is about 17. Yeah. Um, 17. I think she's 17. But anyway, she has this deadbeat boyfriend. It's like really hard to describe. Like she's pregnant. She has a deadbeat boyfriend. He abandons her at a Walmart, and then things go on from there. I guess it wasn't that hard to explain, but that's the gist of it. And then she finds a family with Soccer Channing character and Soccer's husband, and she has a friend named played by Ashley Judd that she meets because she's the nurse that takes care of her after she gives birth to her daughter in the hospital. So they become best friends, and a lot happens. So, next is The Bridge in Madison County. It's an affair movie. That's basically why it's not like a comfort watch because it's very dramatic kind of movie, but I think it's beautiful and I love it to death. And obviously, because on this list, but yeah, go into it knowing that. I'm not gonna go into any more detail than that, but yeah. Next is The Nun Story with Audrey Hepburn, and I know this one's crazy. I know that this one is a crazy movie to put on here, but I don't really think anything really happens that I would consider to be that extreme. But it's just the feeling of it. It's really long. It's a very serious movie. So that's why I consider it not really comfort watch. But I can put this on and be relaxed and be happy. So that's why it's on this list. And then Nun Story is one of my most watched movies in my whole collection. Next is Carnival of Souls. This is a creepy movie. The atmosphere is wonderful. The story is really creepy. I'm not gonna say much else. I don't really know how to describe it without completely giving it away. But it's underrated in my opinion as well. So, and I love this cover. It's one of my all-time favorite Criterion covers. So yeah, two more. Next is Harold and Maude. This is about not a child. He is out of college, but this guy Harold, who his mom ignores him a lot, so he attempts like these pranks on her where he tries to take like a staging like a suicide all the time, and she does not care. And then she meets Maud, and she completely changes his life. And I will say it's not completely tragic the whole way through, but there is a moment where it's very tragic, and so that is why it's on this list. Because otherwise, if that didn't happen, I would consider it a full comfort watch. But yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But yeah. And then the last one is Psycho. I don't know if I don't think I have to go into detail about this one, but Psycho is obviously a weird choice, I think, for a comfort watch. But again, it's one of those that I've seen so much that I know what happens, so I'm not freaked out about it anymore. And yeah, so that is my video. I was gonna say, tell me yours, but I don't know how many people have movies like this that they love. But anyway, that is all. Goodbye.